Mamika presents French photographer Sacha Goldberger.
I wanted to do a website, to show my books and my work, and I thought that I wanted to do something in France, like kind of Woody Allen, French Woody Allen, and in the Jewish humor you have two different things. What I think is the first one is the hypochondry about medicines and doctors. So I was thinking about making a website with doctors inside and all the doctors and all the things about medicines. Or in my family, we always, the Jewish things, it's always something with your mother or your grandmother saying how fantastic you are and how you are the best and everything. So I thought that could be a good idea. So the first point, I wanted to make my website with my grandmother, and my mother, she doesn't like to be on pictures so much. And so I started to make some pictures about my grandmother. So I asked her to make strange things like backside motorbike, going backside on a motorbike, or eating her own hands, sandwich. Mm-hmm. And so on and on, we made so many pictures of her for the website. And the pictures, I put the pictures on the internet, and after a while they became very famous. People wanted some more and more, and it was a kind of game, just like my grandmother and I, we were trying to make every time the best pictures and better and better again. I was very close to my mother and to my grandmother, and when I was small, my mother, she raised me. And when at the age of 15 or 16, our relation became more difficult, which is normal, because when you grow up, you have to fight with your parents to be an adult. So I started to be very close to my grandma, and she's fantastic. We had a lot of good time together, and she learned me how to drive, and she took me to lots of countries and cities, and so we were very close. I'm very close to my mother, and I am also very close to my grandmother. I was a art director before to become a photographer. I'm not a photographer for a long time. I've been studying photography, really studying, like 6 years ago. And I work a lot, so I can see even myself, every time I make a new shoot, I try different lights, I try different things, I try to improve myself every time. So I think and I hope that my work is getting better and better, and it's not finished, that in the next years it's going to be better again. For me, I always have to improve. I'm never satisfied of what I do. I ride an Harley Davidson for a long time. I love Harley Davidson, and I wanted to make some portraits of the riders, because you ride an Harley Davidson. It's not only riding a bike. It's a universe. They have their own way to dress, and it's like a different way of thinking and different way of living. So in France, every year there is a concentration with all the Harley Davidson riders, and I thought that maybe I could go there and mix my work, my passion, and the fact that I love riding Harleys. So we went there with my team, and we made a studio for 3 days, and we shot 80 people. I wanted to make the difference between when you are natural, like tough, and when you are in representation. I do a lot of sports, and after the sports, usually people look like nothing. You're red, and you look tired, and it's like not so nice. So what we did, with all my team, we put a studio, an outside studio in a place around Paris where people come and make jogging. And then I stopped the people who were running, and I asked them to pose and to come 1 week after in my studio, and we did the same light. And all the point was to make exactly the same portrait, but to look what's the difference when you are in representation and when you are natural or brutal after sports. And some of the picture, it's incredible. It's not me. It's just like the difference between people when after running and people when they are, you know, just like good looking with good hair and everything. I'm working a lot, so it doesn't leave me a lot of time. But yeah, you know, I like to go to exhibition. I like to go to movies, and I think that when you are living in Paris, you can see so many things. You can go to theater, so I try to go out and see the most most things I can, because first it's very good for the work, and also yeah, I like to be surprised, and so I often go to exhibition. I often go to movies, to theaters, and I also enjoy to stay with my family. This is very important too.